Lewis, inviting you to join the Jen and Rodale in the ATL show on SSNATL.com as we simulcast with 247praiseradio.com Saturday starting at 8 a.m.
Oh my God!
It's a taste of tradition where we play great gospel music, great artists, interviews, and a lot of fun.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So join Jen and Rodale in the ATL as we get our praise on 247praiseradio.com, simulcasting on SSNATL.com.
Major key alert. Life is like school. You will be tested, so pass it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. You know, I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped. Childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hot topics.
We're going to them hot topics brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dance. If your smile isn't coming to you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin Dance has been practicing dentistry for 16 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. His office is located at 3752 Cascade Road, Suite 190. Complete family dentistry with everything you need in one office. Call and make an appointment at 678-836-2118. 678-836-2118. Hey, so I just wanted to bring this up. Coach, you know who the Grizzlies coach David Fisdale, that's his name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For back-to-back games in this series, complained about the calls and not getting them calls and things of that nature. First, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like the refs sometimes can be a little shaded or slanted when they're making their calls during the game?
Sometimes, well, first of all, refs are human.
Right.
They get themselves too involved in the game sometimes. You like to think that during playoff time, they kind of take their hands off and let the players play. But, I mean, you look at sometimes the physicality, and sometimes they try to get in and they try to send a message early.
Right.
And once they start blowing that whistle, they have to continue blowing that whistle. You can't all of a sudden just swallow your whistle.
Right. You have to be consistent.
Right.
The game. I think his biggest complaint is like Zebo. You know how Zebo plays.
Yeah. He's a physical player.
He plays physical, but he's not getting to the line. So now Fisdale is saying, you look at Kawhi Leonard's always on the line, and you you got these guys. And the free throw percentages, I always look at that when you look at the home team. I always seem to have a little bit more than the away team.
Right.
And you always think, well, is the home team just that much more physical,
right,
than the away team?
Now I'm gonna say this: Kawhi drives to the basket more.
Right.
So he's going to get fouled.
Right.
Now Zebo has done a lot of that jump hook. He's not anchoring himself in the paint. And that's why he's not getting those calls. That's the biggest thing for me. He's not getting those calls because of that.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. It just looks like Zebo can't jump.
Nah, credit card high vertical.
I mean, that's the big thing. He can't really jump.
Yeah.
It's so when he gets the ball in the paint, you got DeMarcus on him or you got Paul Gasol on him. They ain't really got to. I mean, he gonna try to out physical them, but if you're 7 foot tall, 6'11", they just gonna. Ain't really much he can do. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying.
He's 6'9". If I give him 6'9",
with the same move,
and he's 30-something years old now.
Now if I'm Fisdale, what I am telling Big Boy, what you got to do, you got to make your presence felt down there. You got to go to the rack. You're going to get called. Jump shooters don't never really get a lot of calls. When you settle for that 15 to 18 footer,
yeah,
they're not going to call that.
Right.
You got to get in there. You have to command. You got to get big, command your presence down in that paint. Then the referees say, he getting hacked. But as long as you throwing that little ugly left hand hook he like to throw up,
yeah.
Nah, they're not giving him that call.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But when you look at games like that, and we got somebody who will come in and can talk a little bit more about it.
Yes.
Do you get? Because I hate getting emotional in the game and be all, man, the refs ain't doing this and all that. I just keep hearing this, and I'm sitting there like, are the refs really this? You said they're human. Do they look like they get involved? And I'm seeing this coach literally sitting there about to get a fine because that's what the NBA gonna do.
Now understand this too. It is a strategy. The more he complains, the next game, now the refs are going to be paying a little more attention. So a lot of times, coach like Phil Jackson was the master of that. Yeah. He would make a point to, hey, they always holding Shaq. They always holding Shaq. And he would say it at some points of the game. So when they went to that next game, the referees kind of already coming in looking like. So I guarantee you, the next time they play, Zebo will go to the line a little bit more because now it's in the ref's mind. I'm pretty sure the NBA office has called and like, you know what? Okay, now look.
Yeah.
Look at the disparity in the free throw.
And also know what you're saying because now they're going back to Memphis.
They going back to Memphis, right.
And they are, let's just be real, San Antonio way more talented.
They're a better basketball team.
Overall basketball team. So you trying your darndest to get something when you go home. You want to win 1 or 2. You don't want to be swept in the series.
No, you don't want to get swept. But for San Antonio looking for the kill.
Yeah.
Because they're up there in age.
Yeah.
They need to rest those legs as much as possible.
They are old.
They're the type of team. They don't need this series to go 5, 6 games. Yeah. They need to make it like 4-0, 4-1, get it over with, so we can rest. Because Tony Parker, the fresher you can keep Tony Parker legs.
Yeah. If you have any chance, that's a big thing, and we were talking about if you got any chance to play Golden State, them old men need to be fresh in that series.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. You're going to run that series, and the way Golden State's playing, I just look at it. Do you sometimes get frustrated with coaches and or players when they complain about the refs? Or, like you said, or is it just strategy?
It's somewhat strategy. I was one of those coaches who gave refs fits. If you was working the outside line, you was gonna hear it.
Yeah, I mean
that's part of the game.
Yeah,
and because when you feel like you're not getting the calls, you got to at least put it on their mind. Yeah. And eventually you will get a call because they be like, you know what, to shut him up. Yeah. Let me blow the whistle.
Cause you know what I'm saying? Like, how we getting every call? How they getting every call? Ref, look at him, he holding every play. Ref. I mean, they are part of the game.
They part of the game.
They can affect the game.
Now you don't want them to be the part of the game. Right. Where you don't never want to leave a game. You be like, man, them doggone refs.
Yeah. But if you look at what Kyrie, not Kyrie, but Kawhi did. He had 19 for 19 from the free throw line.
Yeah. I mean, when you do get to the free throw line, you got to make them.
So that affected the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know, as former coaches, we win at every ref. If that sideline ref got it. He was the one that was always like, man, he moved on the sideline.
You get your card, you get their names, and then you be like, hey.
Yeah, you start looking at the ref. Oh man, he's reffing today. All right, he does. Yeah. And you know your refs too. And these NBA players, they know their refs.
It's just like it's like today. Certain organizations, if you get quarterback club, you're like, oh Lord, they ain't gonna give us no calls. But I mean, that you've run the gauntlet enough, so you know how each like everybody used to talk about how Dick Bavetta.
Yeah.
If Bavetta did a Jordan game, Jordan wasn't gonna get no fouls. Like, you're gonna get hacked up. Cause he gonna let Jordan push.
Oh yeah.
Slap you, everything. So I mean, it is what it is.
Hey man, when we come back, man, we got our guy Willie Anderson from the NBA. We're gonna ask him some of these same questions, man. So stay with us. It's the Crush.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And lead the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
My savings are gone.
Okay, where were they last?
Here, right before I spent them on that vacation to Aruba.
Weird. Not weird. Not saving now means no money later. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Represent. Gotta represent.
Sensation Station Network.
Yes, that's awesome.
Too much sauce.
Now over. Well, you'll see what happens.
Sensation Station Network.
Great leaders aren't born. They're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Going to this question interview brought to you by ORC Software. The ORC team is committed to providing full lifecycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. ORC's motto is when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to orc.com for more information. Maceo, introduce our guest, man.
Now, everybody know I'm a know-it-all. But when it relates to playoff basketball matters and LeBron James issues, I turn it over to the one guy I trust. Grizzled NBA veteran, Willie Anderson to the microphone. What's up, Willie?
Nothing much.
Man, thanks for coming on, bro. Before you came on, man, we were just talking about, Coach David Fisdale of Memphis is complaining about he ain't getting them calls, like San Antonio is right now. Your thoughts, man, is this just a way of trying to, get a call, or is there some validity to what he's saying?
No, he knows how to do it. If he start complaining now, he want to do it instead of his players. He's gonna do the mouth, and we're not getting these calls, so the refs can be aware of what's going on.
Yeah, because I was sitting there like, man, Mason was talking about before we came on. He's like, yeah, man, he just that strategy. Got to get that strategy.
That's what it is.
Yeah. What you laughing at, man?
I love when Willie bag me up. I love my big brother bag me up, man. See, it make me that much smarter. See, he just bagged up what I just said, so I feel good about myself now. So let's talk about this West for a second. First of all, the MVP debate, Harden, Westbrook. What you think about it?
It shouldn't be no debate.
Okay.
Westbrook hands down. What he's done, nobody else have done. Oscar done it. But we witnessed a man get averaging a triple-double. A triple-double, man, that's real.
I think people don't understand how hard that is.
Hey, man, like him or not like him, what he did, Magic couldn't do.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a point.
I never thought about that.
Magic couldn't do it, and everybody know what Magic was doing. He was triple-double king.
That guy.
Yeah.
He was that guy. He had the ball the whole game and couldn't average a triple-double.
Is this one of those things that you didn't think you would ever see? I didn't think I would ever see another person in my lifetime average a triple-double.
I never thought I'd see a guy that have that much energy to do it. You know, you think about averaging 30 points, 11, 12 assists, 10 rebounds.
Right.
That means you playing hard every minute you're on that court. The guy went hard. He deserves it.
Yeah. And I think I look at when, Harden talked about it's about wins. When you heard Harden say that, what was kind of your response?
I mean, if it was about wins, Jordan should have won it every year, right? Right, because he did a lot,
Easily.
What Westbrook is doing, man, every player should just admire that, He's doing it with ease, too.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he got one gear. I don't know if he has another gear. It's just
turbo button.
Hey.
Turbo button.
Go. And that's the thing, man, because we were talking about how 42 games, half of the games he played, he had a triple-double.
Yes. And not only that, man, if y'all check out Russell, too, he guards the top player on that other team. Right. So just think about his energy level, man.
I think I'm tripping off of that, man. Just 42 triple-doubles.
42.
Average. I mean, and let's be real. If he wasn't on that doing Oklahoma City team, they'd be lottery picks.
And it's so funny. Emmanuel just texted in. He said Westbrook cast is horrible, which makes this more amazing. Because if you take him off that team.
And it's in the West, too, Willie. It's not like it's in the East. This is in the West, basically.
Well, let me go and ask you this, Willie. KD decides to up and leave. Your thoughts on him deciding to jump ship and go to Golden State?
Hey, I can't get mad at any man doing what he want to do. That was his decision, and I respect it. If he wanted to, wherever he wanted to play, that was his decision. But you look at basketball 20 years ago, when the Lakers was getting players, getting Bob McAdoo, or even when they got Kareem.
Right.
There was no outcry about it. People wasn't, looking at basketball like that. Even how the Celtics got Bird.
Yeah.
Right.
You look
they
at
was
that.
already
This has been taking place a long time ago,
You think about that Laker team when you got Kareem, Magic, Worthy. I mean, they were loaded.
Yeah, they were loaded.
But you're right. Back then, it wasn't, a bigger deal as it is now because, and just keeping up on that, do you look at what KD did? Me and Mace will talk about it. Are we in the generation where the only thing that matters are championships?
I don't know. I look at it like, I just like to see good basketball. A lot of guys, bought into that. You got to have a ring to be successful in the game. If that's true, a lot of us, are failures. A lot of us, but, the ring is something special. But, I watched my brother Shandon get his, and it was special. Yeah. But, Charles, that doesn't mean Karl Malone, Charles, John Stockton's are not, worthy.
Right. Right. Because we laughed about this one day. They give Charles so much. Flack on that panel right there. But come on, Kenneth Smith, you were nowhere near the player. Charles Barkley was. I mean, come on now.
Hey,
you keep talking that.
Right. There's a lot of guys sat down in that 12th seat and got their I'm not mad at them.
The 12th seat.
Yeah, a lot of them.
And they be sitting there telling us, "Hey man, I got a ring." Yeah, but. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We always talk about when we look at that panel. Kenny be talking about his ring. Like, come on, Kenny. Your job was
stop.
You would just sit there at 3-point and take the shot.
Yeah.
After Elijah wanna did all that work up underneath.
Oh, he did his job. Now he knocked down some big threes.
Yeah. Because it always leads back to whenever people start talking, I'm like, listen, Ori got more rings than Jordan.
Right.
But I mean, and that's kind of what we were saying. I think now in today's time, people have put so much stock on the ring, you just forget about man, these guys were ballers.
Yeah.
Right.
And I just hate to see that now because I'm looking at it because we saw the Barkley year. What he did with Phoenix when he went down there and left was amazing.
Oh, what he did in Philly.
What he did in Philly, Phoenix. I mean, just looking at players like him and then Reggie Miller at Indiana, you can't take that from these guys. Those guys was great players. Ewing in New York, we talking about great players. But when we see Durant feel the pressure so early, I mean, I don't know if it was just he was tired of Westbrook or he was just feeling the pressure to win a ring. But for him to lead, that's why everybody wow, he was, because they were 3-1 last year against Golden State.
But sometimes a change is good. I mean, he was there for a while. I think he probably felt that he could do all he could do there. Who want to get out and just express himself in a different way.
Boy, they got some bombers on that team now.
Ooh.
I actually think they're weaker this year than they were last year.
Wow.
You know, they don't have a bench. You know, anything happen to one of those guys, you know, they don't have that instant offense coming off the bench like they used to.
Yeah. That's a good point, though. See why we bring a veteran in here. See, man, because to me, it seems like everybody is a foregone conclusion that Golden State gonna win it.
When we come back, man, we're gonna talk about his old squad. Why it ain't a foregone conclusion, man. We're gonna talk about them Spurs.
Talk about them Spurs.
When we come back, man.
Go Spurs.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve. Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's. It's time to save.
My savings are gone.
Okay, where were they last?
Here, right before I spent them on that vacation to Aruba.
Weird. Not weird. Not saving now means no money later. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
This is Tracy Hutchins with CBS 46 News. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, so we're back, man. We're doing our interview right now with our man, Willie Anderson. So, Willie, let me ask you. Everybody saying it's the Golden State invitation in the West. But talk about your old squad, the Spurs, man. They got some talent over there this year.
Man, Kawhi is, a new player. Yeah. I mean, that's, probably the best two-way player in the league right now. He's a stopper and he's a scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I don't see Golden State running through the Spurs. It'll be a great matchup, but, with Kawhi locking up, whoever he guards, they lock.
Yeah. Right.
So, it's going to be a battle. It's not, and most likely he'll be on KD.
Yep.
And, you can go ahead and put him down for, 18 points, not his 30.
So Coach Preston checked in. He was like, Willie, what makes the Spurs so special?
Man, they're special because Pop get them to play as one. No egos. If you look at that team, if a guy's open, he going to get the ball. And everybody on that team believe that guy gonna make that shot. He really gets the players to buy into being one. And playing with him, your confidence go up 110. Because he believe in you.
Wow. And you see players out there, they gonna give him 110.
They gonna give him 110, and he's real with you. He tells you the truth. Door always open. You want to go in there and ask why you're not playing. He's gonna tell you. And he's going to tell you what you need to work on. You work on it, you're going to play.
Wow.
That's rare from coaching.
More coaches need to be that way because we're kind of in the era where, everybody need a pat on the back.
Right.
If you don't tell him, hey, you're great, he's going to sit over there, he's going to pout on you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. The home team. I'm going to talk about Atlanta for a little bit. We are who we are.
We are.
Let me ask you this. Me and Make Show don't like going in our player. Players get the money. We proud of it. We happy for them. But the numbers they're talking about for Millsap next year, which is $200 million for 4 years, would you invest that knowing that we're going to be a first or second round team like this every year?
Man, I can't complain because you got to go way. You look back in back in the day too, it was always players getting money that helped other players.
Yeah.
You know, this is the way it is now.
Right.
You know, players are coming at the right time to get it.
Oh yeah, it's the right time.
I mean, who am I to say that a guy's not worth $200 million?
Yeah.
You know, I just wish I was playing at this time. Get a piece of that $200 million.
Get a piece. Cause we looking at Mike Conley, he's sitting there with 30-some million, you know, and can't hate on him, but
can't.
That was a DeMarcus.
That was the
man.
Right.
That's my favorite line. Hey, listen, DeMarcus say he was worth that, so
right.
Who are we?
But it ain't the market. It's how the NBA Players Association have set up the salaries.
Yeah.
You know, if a club got that money, they got to spend it.
They got to
Can't
spend
sit on
it.
it. You know.
Let me ask you this: if you were GM of the Hawks, we first, second round, probably for a few years, would you A, keep us play out? 10 years is a good run. Or B, would you try to reconstruct the team, maybe build through the drafts and do some things like that? What would your thoughts be on a city, on a team like Atlanta?
Man, the Hawks are probably 1 or 2 pieces away right now with what they got. They got to find a bona fide scorer, a player to go to.
Yeah.
You know, the type offense that is similar to San Antonio.
Right.
But, you know, come to crunch time, you know, who do we have that's going to have that edge on a player out there that's going to get us a bucket or break down the defense, get somebody else a shot?
Yeah.
You know, we need that player.
What did you think about turning the team over to getting rid of T and turning the team over to Schroeder?
Hey, I thought it was a great decision. I mean, the kid can play, man.
Oh, without a doubt.
And the kid is a leader. That's why you see when he goes at people.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he has had the problem with Dwight, because he's going to approach you, man. Come on, let's play. You know, you want a point guard like that. I do. You know, I want a guy to get in me when I'm not playing well to pick me up. But some guys can't handle it, and so when the guy go at him like that, you know, he going to turn and talk trash back instead of just picking his game up.
Are we in that era where players aren't? You can't really talk to these players these days. Is it just the era of, you know what, my agent say I'm good, so I'm good? I mean,
we've been that way for a while, man. You know, the old coaching style is gone, where coaches can really get up in your face and motivate you to play. Now, you know, pretty much you got to beg a guy to play. You know, you look at Steve Kerr. He come from that pop mode. He don't take that. He come from that Phil Jackson mode. Hey, you gonna play, or I'll find somebody to play for you.
Another question we got from our Facebook Live: what 2 players in the league would you go get to fit the Hawks if you were the GM?
Ooh, man, they need somebody at that 2.
Yeah,
man, they need it bad. They got to go out, and it's hard right now. It's not that dominant 2 out there. You know, you look at Dwayne, he's aging.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, if you get somebody like a Jimmy Butler at that 2 spot.
You like Paul George?
Love him.
Yep.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Paul make a move and find him a team.
Oh, yeah.
With, you know, 2 superstars to go to.
Yeah. I think he up out of there.
That's what, you know, I'm looking at Indiana, they really like, you know, I just need 1 or 2 more people. You can see, just look at this. He complaining after every game, man. And like, you know, man, I just wish I had 1 or 2 more stars I can just count on when I need to. Hey, man, we about to take us another quick break, man. When we come back, man, we got more with Willie, man. Stay with us.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you going to do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Station. I'm in the zone, man. Network.
I'm impressed.
Hey, man, we're back still doing our crushing interview with our man, Willie Anderson. Right now, man, we got a caller, Macy.
Hey, caller, what you crushing on?
Hey, this is Smitty, man. What's going on?
What up, Smitty?
What up, Smitty?
Nothing much. I'm crushing on Carmelo Anthony. Can this guy like get any worse?
Hey, man, listen.
You know what? It is like his hometown don't want him. He been caught doing some things. That's the rumor. That's allegedly. So I don't know if it get any worse. I mean, his check's still clear, I think. So I think it might be all right.
Yeah, he Gucci in the pockets now. He will survive this. Know that.
Yeah, he gonna survive it, but with my running, he probably go through it. That probably just make it like a living here. Depending on who it is.
Yeah. Would you? Let me ask you this, Smitty. Would you take Carmelo on your team?
Oh, I want him that time.
That'll be interesting.
Sure.
In Atlanta?
We would have to get rid of Millsap. Which I can deal with that. But, I mean, you know, Melo in Atlanta? Man, the strip club's better in Atlanta than New York. Oh, my bad, man.
Hey, see, Smitty, you got him talking, man. Hey, thanks for calling us, Smitty.
Appreciate you, Smitty.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, what number do you call us?
Hey, man, Smitty called the show at 678-613-5857.
What are your thoughts? Go ahead, man.
Oh, just real quick. Marlon want to know who was the first player you dunked on in your NBA career?
Pat Ewing.
Yeah. That's on a lot of posters, man.
You got him.
Good.
You didn't sneak or you just went through him?
No, I wasn't no sneak. You know, he was with Rick Pitino them then.
Oh, yeah.
And Rick used to like to press. And you know you can't press in the NBA.
Oh, yeah. You gonna get your guy. They gonna throw over that press. Yeah.
Throw it over and caught him. Yeah.
Pat probably looked back up the floor and like,
man, what y'all at? That's why Rick wasn't that long. He tried that press stuff. He like, man, we all can dribble up here, bro. We all got handles, man.
Catch a freshman in the corner.
Deer in the headlight.
Yeah. Hey, so we got but that's funny. That's your first dunk. Wow. Hey, we always talk about, you know, we've asked you questions before, but when you played against that Lakers squad back then in your day, man, you saw some of the players they had. Who was the one that did you ever have a chance to cover Magic, go against?
Yeah, man. Magic was like, at that time, probably 198. I'm giving myself some pounds. And Magic was huge, man. People don't understand. Magic was probably about 250 then, man.
Yeah, Magic big boy.
Put that body on you, man. And that's why you ever see, you look at old tape of Magic, he always hit you.
He pound you down.
Yeah. Every time he hit you, he taking something out you.
like a body blow.
Yeah, that's what he was. He knew what he was doing, you know.
That's why everybody see him got
right. Breathe twice. Damn.
And it's funny you say that because I forgot the name of that first Jordan book that they had, and Jordan was saying one of the reasons he started getting in the weight room was because of like playing a heavy guy like Magic or just people pushing him around.
Right.
And because when you play, man, the two guard was lethal back then, man.
I was telling a good friend of mine that too, man. Every night you had to play.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't no off night.
Right.
The only off night with players back then was probably at the center and power forward. Everybody had a 3, everybody had a 2, everybody had a 1.
Right.
And they was going at you. You know, it was tough.
So which one was worse to you? The one that could drive or the one that could just light it up like a Reggie Miller?
Man, a guy like Reggie Miller with his team, with his big men so determined to get him open.
Yeah, Davis
boy taking blows at you. You know, that's probably the toughest. You know, a guy that's a shooter coming off a lot of picks.
And Reggie ran so much. He ran with that energy.
I forgot about the Davis boys.
Yeah.
They had one job.
Because Reggie would start, like, Reggie might run baseline to baseline like 5 times.
Yeah, and come back. And Mark Jackson will sit out there, him or Vern Fleming. You know, they waiting on Reggie all day. Yeah. Reggie first look, Reggie second look. Yeah.
And you just taking them blows every time you went out.
Taking blows.
So when you watch a film and you know you got Reggie tonight, so do you decide which picks? I ain't gonna run around that pick, but I'm gonna catch him because he's gonna come back this way.
No, you can't do that. It's like what we call in the league. A lot of people who played the two and the one whoever guard people come off court, come off picks called tracking. You try to run in their footsteps. That way, you run in their footsteps. If the guy do set a pick, he gonna hit.
He gonna hit him too. Oh.
Right. So you track him and come off. Yeah.
See, man, you learn something new every day, man.
I'm just thinking about them Davis boy, Antonio and Dale. Wow. Hey, man, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Because I do the two. Can you let me know?
Calendars knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
I'm more resourceful than I thought.
My suit can still make an impression.
My video games are still game changers.
And my lamp can bring others a bright future.
Because when I donate my stuff to Goodwill,
it helps fund job placement and training for people right in my community.
Now my stuff gets a second chance.
And will give someone in my community
a second chance too.
Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. That's goodwill.org. This message brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is big business. This is the American West.
Station Network.
See ya. It's a Big E beat.
Hey, man, we back, man. Still with our man, Willie Anderson right now.
Plenty of laughs, man.
Hey, man.
Tracking.
So, you played when... Did you get a chance to play Robinson?
Yeah.
Yeah, David Robinson. Was he just that nice? I mean, a guy, or did he have some dog in him sometimes?
Man, David probably had more talent. Well, he had more talent than any center I played with. I played with Lonzo and Patrick, man, and David was more talented than those guys, but the heart was different. You know, if he had that Pat Ewing heart, that Lonzo Mourning heart, you know, he could have been like Jordan, winning 6 straight. You know,
he could put up some points. He had great skill. He was
natural.
He was great. He was a great. You're right. Because Dream shook him a few times. But go ahead, man.
What do you think the problem in New York with Phil Jackson?
I actually think Phil trying too hard.
Right.
He don't understand his talent. You know, Phil got to stop, you know, thinking that he can make that Laker team or that Chicago team in New York. You know, it's going to be a process. You know, he got some great play. I mean, you got some great young talent there. You just got to develop.
So you like Porzingis?
Oh, love him. You love him. Love him.
Is it me or just players keep getting taller? Like Porzingis, I'm looking at the Greek Freak, what he's doing. He's
more
different skill. It's
more skill.
6'11".
It's called breeding now, man. You know, guys getting smart. You 6'9", why go get a 5'6" woman when you can get a 6'3" woman? I'm messing with y'all.
Listen, look, why you laughing? I say that all the time.
They say always about genetics.
Hey, for real though.
You look at the parents, be like, okay, I understand.
Listen, I tell you, Will, I say that all the time. Like, man, where your mama? Where your daddy?
Yeah, you too grown.
Yeah. You look at the
Or we look at my football, be like, yeah, you done.
Yeah,
you got some your uncle or something.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Willie. I finally came around on why these kids leave college early. I mean, why not? But don't you think that like 2 years for like Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, don't you think 2 years would do them good at Kentucky?
Man, it's that's the thing too. Like we all enjoyed college. I traded for nothing in the world.
Right.
I mean, it was the best experience of my life. But somebody telling you can get $10 million, man. That's hard. They gonna
you
give
leave
10,
that, you get 10 mil. Yeah.
Because it's always the thing. Hey, you go get that 10 and come back. If it don't work.
But like I look at like De'Aaron Fox, and Coach already beat me up about it. But I'm sitting there like, what's gonna change between this year and next year, barring injury?
Right. That you got to take that in consideration, man. You got $10 million on the table, and they say, hey, go play one more year. That kid head gonna be mixed up, man, because he gonna be thinking about that $10 million he left. He's not gonna give it his all.
Wow.
You think about $10 million on the table, and I got to go play another year. I'm not going 110. All I can do is hurt myself.
Cause now you playing that, I'm not gonna.
What if?
I'm gonna lay up this shot. I ain't gonna try to dunk on nobody. As Jared Stephen trying to say, his wife stunning his kid's growth. Look, Jared, you can't be putting that on your wife, man. Hey, man. Hey, man, we about to go into the rundown. We're going to keep talking to Willie, man, because I want to explore that a little bit more, Maceo. Because 9 out of the first 10 are all freshmen.
Right.
They're going to be coming out. And we're going to ask about, is it helping the game or hurting the game? We're going to talk to them. Stay with us. It's The Crush.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to HereToListen.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first. I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I am an expert, and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey, man, we're going to this Crush Rundown brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Man, you can go to cricketwireless.com or go to any Cricket Wireless store to find out about all the great deals and specials they got going on. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. Our rundown will be a little different because, man, we got Will in here. The story just keep getting funnier and funnier, man. But we're gonna talk about this freshman influx because we looked at it and me and Maxwell looked. 9 of the top 10 people that everybody's talking about are freshmen. So now, and I get your money, but to me, now I got to wait for this freshman to grow up in the NBA instead of coming from college a little bit better. Because, LeBron might have been different, but LeBron went to a veteran team when he first came out. Because wasn't too many freshmen coming out. Now it's like everybody's coming out. Your thoughts on what is it doing to the game right now?
Man, it's actually hurting the game. You got these young, talented guys coming out, but they're not learning. They're learning too slow. They learn at a pace, man, where somebody else gonna come in and take their spots. You take Ingram. You look at the whole Lakers situation there. Who the oldest guy on the team?
Right. That's true.
Who they went and got?
The big kid, more from Cleveland last year.
Oh yeah. I can't think of his name.
I can't say it. Timothy Mozgov. Yeah.
I mean, that's a young team, and you look at him. He's a young guy. Yeah. But there's nobody there to teach him how to be, professional basketball players. I mean, they got to change. Yeah. Kid I love from here went to St. Francis with my son, Malik Beasley. He's with Denver. Lost now.
Is it a big concern? Because one, yes, we understand them getting the money, but these are still 19, 18-year-old kids getting $10 million. Going to another city that they really don't know. You think about L.A. You send a kid to L.A. with that much money and you 19? Unless you bring in your mama and them and all that to hang around and you got all that pressure coming on, the league has to hurt a little bit. That's why you're looking at John Wall. It took him 4 or 5 years to be where he's at now.
Right.
I mean, is the league just going to have to wait and this is what it is or what?
I mean, I just hope kids get smarter and wiser and know that, hey, I can learn a lot more, by staying a little longer in college. You look at kids like Damon Lillard, who stayed there 4 years. Mm-hmm. Even Curry, man, them kids stayed in there and they learned a lot. Yeah. Instead of learning on the job, and you try to learn on the job in the NBA, all you do is get embarrassed. Yeah. And now with the way media is now, just think you go home every night, turn on the TV, and somebody talking negative about you. You go in the tank quick.
Now, Mr. Lonzo Ball, what you think about this game?
I love his game. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he got a lot to offer the NBA. But, only thing his dad is doing is making guys lick their chops on him. I know if I was still in the league and the way his dad is talking, I want to test him. And,
Oh, he's going to get a test there.
Oh, he's going to get tested.
Well, and the way the NBA set their schedules up, they probably going to give him Westbrook night 1. They're going to give him Kyrie night 2.
Oh, Harden 3.
Curry.
They're going to give him Curry,
Hey, man. and that's the thing about, at his position, man, that's where all the players are.
Right.
That's where the killers are right now.
Because I look at right now the MVP race, outside of LeBron being out of high school, Harden, Westbrook played 2 years at their colleges. And you look at Steph, he played 4. I mean, there is some validity about staying in school because it just lets you teach a little, even if just one more year. Just to play.
Just to get your body stronger.
Like you say, 10 million is 10 mil. They're looking at that check. Make sure what your daddy told you.
But see, 10 mil, that 10 mil, what people don't understand ain't 10 mil now.
Right.
You take out the tax, take out the agent fees, setting up your family, other people getting bits and pieces, There's a lot of predators out there. That's why these kids are jumping ship, man.
Now, the handlers. They are a factor too because to me it just seems like everybody, like you just said, everybody got the hand out.
But you call them the handlers, I call them the liars.
Oh, okay.
That them kids really need somebody that'll tell the truth.
That's right.
Not the good. They know the good. Trust me, every basketball player know what they do well. I need that man in my ear telling me the things I do wrong and what I need to do. Every day, whether I like it or not, you need to tell me.
You need that no guy.
Yeah, you need that no guy.
I don't know where you get better though.
Yeah.
I don't know where you get better.
Man. Even now.
Because I'm looking at, like I said, and I hate to keep always bringing it back to De'Aaron Fox. He's so small. Like, he cat quick. He all this other stuff. But I'm just looking at, like, when he had to play a Westbrook one night. He had to play a Harden. And they going to be like, bruh, you just don't wear like, hey, everybody, hey, man, ISO. Get over there. No, I'm either back him down. I'm just going to blow by him. Like, he not ready for this up here.
And that makes a difference, man, because these are when the kids, you'll see all these kids, out of the 9, it'll probably be lottery picks. everybody ain't gonna stay. In 4 years, 2 or 3 years, you be like, man, what happened to him?
Out of the league.
Because they playing with, they gonna go to L.A. The Lakers, a young team. They gonna go to Phoenix. They gonna go.
But they celebrating 70 points and loss.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's where we at now. You just go sit and everybody happy. No,
but you know what's crazy now? I don't think they do it like they used to do when I was coming out, and my agent, my dad, my mom, we all had a little chart where every 2 guard in the league, and they had them down there, and they put my name right beside all of them. How I would match up with all these guys. And, you know, and probably 60% of them guys, you know, was like, oh, this is going to be tough.
Right.
You know, you look at them names. So, you know, when you take Fox and you list down all the starting point guards in the NBA, where he's going to fit in, you know, where is he going to fit in there? You know, where? At the bottom? Schroeder killing him.
Right.
Killing him.
Dennis putting that work on.
Yeah, Dennis putting work in.
Blow by. And like I say, I got the NBA. Like, I know the rigors of the NBA now. Like, I know what you can't do.
Because somebody told me one time when I was like, yo, we need to, I think it was Anthony Amon from WSB. He said, okay, you below the team. Do you got that bona fide star coming out that you're going to put in there?
Right.
I mean, you talking about Lonzo Ball and the kid from Washington now as the top 2. Are they team changers?
They're not. They're not. We've seen Alonzo Ball. I tell people all the time, you take the kid that was at Syracuse, Michael Carter, right?
Yeah.
Man, he was doing that same thing, but now he's in the league. What happened?
Boy.
I mean, it's a different game.
He done been on. Well, he done already been traded twice.
Twice,
yeah. He done already been traded twice.
Man,
he's still on his rookie contract. Sheesh.
Yes.
And so my boy Jerry say, you know, remember when Kobe made those comments? He was like, now that he looks at it, say these kids are not being taught everything they need at that level, and he say that that's where the deficiency starts.
Right. You know, I think AAU ball. Since I'm in it now, I'm doing AAU. You know, you got parents talking about, hey, is my kid capable of going to the NBA? And I'm like, what? You know,
can you make the high school team?
On my team, I'm talking about, hey, trying to help him get a scholarship to any level. You talking about the next level? You know, no, that ain't how it works. You know, next level is something we don't even think about.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but they be already talking about, can he get the league?
Yeah.
Like, no, he can't even go left.
Yeah.
Can't even go left. What are you talking about? It's horrible.
Going to the league, man.
His 14-footer is horrible.
I really believe, Willie, that people don't understand like how it's a reason only that 0.1% get there. Like it's gonna be more guys who don't even get an opportunity to play college ball versus the guy who make the league. Do you know how lucky you have to be to be in that position?
I tell people all the time, I never thought about going to the league. My dream was going to the University of Georgia. Then I got there, had a couple of good years, and people started saying, hey, man, you can make it. You can go to the next level. I never really thought about, you know, going to no NBA. I was trying to get that degree, get a good job.
Wow.
And I get to hear you say that is funny because you dominated high school ball. You know, you very good in college. So to hear you like right, that just kind of blow my mind for you not to even be thinking about that. That's crazy.
So let me ask you this: when you had that mindset, did your brother Shannon have that? Well, you know, Willie there. Maybe I can come behind.
Well, actually Shandon was different because he used to go on road trip with us. He used to work out with us, you know. So he
was around it.
Yeah, he was around it. You know, he came in, practiced with us. Larry Brown had him on the court doing drills, running plays, and he learned a lot of that stuff from, you know, being with us.
Wow.
See that? Well, and that's what I tell people about Steph and like about Clay.
Yes.
Those guys grew up around like this. Not like they've been shooting in these arenas
their
whole life.
Man, all the way junior. I used to see all those guys on the court, you know, before the game just shooting, all of them. Ball almost bigger than them. Man.
Hitting threes.
Yes.
Hey, man, we're about to take us a quick break. Stay with us, Mr. Chris.
This is Judge Hatchett, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
Going to the second hour of the show, man. Streaming live on the Sensation Station Network and also broadcast on WBLZSports.com. I mean, well, this is the stuff we like talking about, man. You can tell we loving it, man. And that's funny. You know, during the break, you were talking about seeing Steph Young going out there with Dale out there. How was Dale as a player?
Man, Dale was like a businessman, man. Dale was on the court. You can tell Dale had a plan, man. Dale had a plan. Dale come on the court, man, and he already mapped out where he gonna get his shots from. You know, he was that business type player.
So he knew I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna
Right.
feel good right in this corner.
Right.
Because he would hit him. You get him in the corner.
Man, quickest release I've seen.
But again, it's funny. You see, I don't think people to hear you say this stuff now. I think it kind of get people to understand like people not just dribbling the ball like, oh yeah. This is a thought process. Like it don't just happen.
No,
it just don't happen. You don't look up into I'm going to the league. No, it don't happen.
No.
You talked about it a little bit, and you're right, like Maceo saying, and about happening. You being in AAU work, what are you seeing with the kids today? Is it more, are we missing that fundamental skill in the AAU program? Are we just playing a bunch of games and kids trying to outscore everybody? What is it about today's AAU?
We're not teaching it. You know, I had a great opportunity to be overseas and watch how they taught the game of basketball. And they taught it in stages, man. You could not go from A to M or something. Like you had to learn A, B, C all the way through, and that way they knew you had the fundamentals. You know, right now, you know, we trying to teach kids how to go behind their back, between the legs, step back, do all this, but that why you do it, that's not what we're not teaching them why. You know,
right.
Like the guy, why do you step back?
But in saying that, everybody wanna make that ooh play.
Right.
Like it's the kid that they keep showing all the footage from, the kid from South Carolina, North Carolina, who do all these crazy dunks.
Yeah.
Zion, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But I'm like, let me go look at some game film and see like what the buzz is. I mean, you know he decent, but it's so much stuff that he needs to work on.
I'm gonna tell you a great story about this right here about highlights. You know, Larry Brown was a master about this. He said, when you look at a player's highlight tape, they'll give us game tapes. Oh, you going Scotty tonight. They'll give me all Scotty best moves and all that. So I'm looking at Scotty tape like, damn, you know, this kid don't miss. You know, damn, he dunking every play. You know, it's a highlight.
Yeah.
Then when that highlight run out, Larry Brown will have on the back end everything Scotty did wrong. So you know, to let you know, hey, these are his moves, but these also his mistakes that this is what he gonna do in the game to help us. You know, a highlight reel, anybody can make it, man.
Right.
You know, that's why I don't pay no attention to somebody. I can take all your best plays out there in a pickup game, and they think you're a great player, right?
Right. Let me ask you this though. One of my worst phrases, and Maceo says it all the time, the term "stretch four." We ain't got no more bangers down there no more, man. What happened to the big man?
Man, the skill level went up. Skill level. The reason why we had them bangers down there, they couldn't handle the ball. They had bad hands. Guys, you throw the ball to, they go right out of bounds. You know, you think about the fours back then, man. That's all they could do was, you know, get people open. Now these fours can shoot, dribble.
They bringing it up the floor.
Man, do a lot.
Draymond be leading breaks.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. A question from Jarris Middlebrook. He was talking about how level-headed you were when you played in the league. He was like, what level of arrogance, intensity did you have to compete with the Jordans, Drexlers every night?
Man, every player out there got to be crazy, man. And when you go up against those guys, you gotta be a dog. Because you think about Jordan going to tell you, it's about a 40, you know, for the game start, hey, it's about a 40-point night on you. You know, like, not the night. You got to go at him. You know, my favorite saying, you tell him, you get 40, you're going to shoot 40 times. And he's telling me, hey, if that's what it takes, hey, I'm going to do it. But you got to be a dog, man. You can't worry about no fouls or being embarrassed, man. You just got to go hard.
It's a 40 point.
Just walking out there shaking hands, telling you that.
40.
Hey, man, when we come back, man, we're going to do That's What I'm Talking About, Willis. You can hang around for a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we're going to do That's What I'm Talking About. Stay with us, Sister Chris.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
On SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're not the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you going to do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
and get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Y'all need anything else?
Sensation Station Network.
That's what I'm talking about, Mace. Is that what you talking about, Glaze?
That's what I'm talking about, Crush.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. When we talk about the good stories out there in the sports world, man. So we're going to throw some at you, man. Make sure you want to start it off.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about to Markelle Fultz, the point guard at the University of Washington. He laughs at Lonzo Ball saying he is the better of the two. He said he's looking forward to their rivalry in the NBA. It's good to hear a kid say stuff like this, man, because, you know, in today's time, it just seems like kids don't want to compete. If you don't give me the title, then, you know, I'm just going to go lay down somewhere. To hear him say that and for him to even put out there, listen, why can't I be MVP Rookie of the Year next year? That's what I'm talking about, Markelle. I love to hear kids say stuff like that.
They compete, man.
That's what it's about.
I'm the number one player. Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about too. LeBron James. I don't know if we got a chance to mention him last week, but he's opening a school in Ohio, an at-risk school, which is amazing. The kids going to get the special attention that they need. The one thing we just talked about, LeBron, is he could have went anyway. And, you know, he single mom. She was doing her thing, but the guy is sending people to school. Is I dare you, or is it I dare you? I don't want to say I dare you.
Nah, he is not I dare you.
But just overall, his love to get back to his community, man, and that's what I'm talking about, LeBron. Just keep doing that. There's a lot of haters out there for you, LeBron, but your off the court things.
Not me anymore, LeBron.
Special, man.
Yeah.
Special.
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. The 9-year-old Colt Kyler. This young kid cried tears of joy as his father presented him with tickets to see his favorite baseball team, the Chicago Cubs. The kid was rewarded for test scores, grades in school, and he turned his behavior around, man. Yeah. So, man, it's good. Parents, dangling carrot really works, man. Yeah. That's the method I use around the house, man. You know, man, hey.
The better you do, the better we do.
Right.
Just
right.
You do good, trust me.
Right.
It's going to work out.
It worked good in our household, me growing up. So, I mean, hey, it's a fake.
I love to get stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be A's and B's.
Who don't want stuff?
Yeah, man.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, too. I just lost it. Hold on. But I want to say that's what I'm talking about, too. The WNBA, man. You know, we keep seeing it, and to the Atlanta Dream for allowing us to come out last week, man.
Yeah.
It was a great event. We had fun. It was lively, man. And to be at a draft thing and to see Coop do his thing and going out there, it was like, we thank y'all for having us, and we appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. But WNBA going on 20, Hawks going, the Dream is going on 10 years.
10 years.
Look, man, been around for a while now, man.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. Dream.
Hey, man, my last one is that's what I'm talking about, the Dana White. Okay. Dana White says the Floyd-McGregor fight is not even close to being done. He say progress is being made, but he say the money is the difference. He say Floyd want a lot of money. It's gonna take a lot of money to get Floyd, bro. And ain't nobody gonna do the pay-per-view no more. We over pay-per-view.
Right.
Yeah. After that Pacquiao debacle.
Yeah, you still looking trying to get your money back in.
I'm still disputing it. Going on 3 years. Still saying take that $99 off my bill. But that's what I'm talking about, Dana White, man. Tell the people the truth, man. But nobody want to see this fight, man. You want to see this fight with me?
I don't want to see that. Same old.
Yeah, it wouldn't even look like it'll be a good one, man. That's what I'm talking about, too. Oscar Robertson, man, and just showing up to be with Russell Westbrook, to shake his hand for being that guy, to break his record.
That's why he my daddy guy, man. High character guy,
he just
man.
came out, and we just good to see them two together and being around. Again, me and Mason talked about things I didn't think I would ever see. I didn't think I'd see a triple-double career.
Right.
Four season. I didn't think I would ever see that. I always thought the Oscar Robertson thing was like a folk hero type thing. Ain't nobody hit no hole, no triple-double. And I saw it this year, and I kept looking like, this is really happening. And for him to come down and acknowledge this, man, that's what I'm talking about, Oscar Robertson, man. And do you think, I asked Macy about a couple of things, do you think anybody scores 100 points again?
Man, I hope not. I hope not, because they'll say a lot about the defense. 100? Oh, man.
I didn't think I'd ever see a triple-double, but now I'm looking at these records like, can this be possible?
Again, Willie, I keep trying to tell you, do you know how many shots somebody got to put up to get 100?
100 points, man.
And for your teammates to even be like, bruh, you really going to cut out for this?
Man. That's a hard number. I don't think we'll see 100.
Nah, I don't think so either. Because like I was telling them, in Kobe, that last game, Kobe put up all the points. Kobe had, it was really like night, Kobe hit 80. Kobe put up 60-plus shots.
Yeah, a lot of shots.
That's a lot of high volume.
Teammate to stand around and watch you. That's hard today.
Just keep shooting.
Yeah.
And they still look at Jalen Rose like, you were trying to cover him that night, man. Jalen, that was your guy.
Right.
Kobe scored 81 on you.
But as Jalen always say, look how many times he shot.
He was a volume scorer that night.
He was a volume scorer.
Also, man, that's what I'm talking about. The Atlanta Braves, they did something just to keep seeing Hank Aaron come back. He closed out the old stadium, him and Bobby Cox, and then they come and start a new stadium.
He's the biggest star.
Love seeing Hank Aaron come out there, man.
He's the biggest star the Atlanta Braves will ever have.
Yeah, it's just
rock star.
That guy. He's just that guy, man. And ain't getting up there in age, man, but to still see him out there and see him be able to close one stadium, the only way you can do it, man. Hank's got to throw out the first pitch.
His daughter, Gail, that's my godmother, so shout out to Gail. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I used to try to tell people all the time, that's why I hit so many home runs, because I was getting advice from Hank Aaron when I wasn't.
You would tell him no.
Yeah, oh, man, man, Hank Aaron. Bust up. Negative, but
you put that Hank Aaron out there. Oh my God,
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, his daughter, my godmama, so hey,
that's
whatever.
That's like my great goddad.
Like whatever. Hey, I get hidden tips all the time. Nope.
You get them calls.
Not at all. I batted about 500 by myself. It was no secret. I still should have stuck with baseball.
Man, so Willie, if you sum up your career, just playing in the NBA, man, just how is it? How was it?
Longevity that you had,
I mean, it's just, you talk about you had your knee problem, but to still be able to play in it, man, and put some time in that league, man, just how was it, man?
Man, it was beautiful, man. For me, just coming through an era, man, with all the great players.
Yeah.
I sit down sometimes and just think about all the great players I played against. You think about Jordan, Kareem. Got to play against Kareem, man.
Wow.
Kareem, the all-time leading scorer. Got to play with Moses Malone, Caldwell Jones, Maurice Cheat, legends.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Was it the hook shot better that close up? Or?
Man, I was in awe. Just to be on the court, man, it was amazing, man. And that was my first game ever, was playing against the Lakers. And my dad was a big basketball fan, and for him, the whole game, I'm thinking of how I'm going to get my dad to meet Kareem.
Yeah.
And, my dad sitting there like, hey, I want to meet him. You got to make it happen.
Not that he playing that. No, I need to.
Yeah, I need to see him. And man, to make that happen was awesome, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We had another question for you. Somebody want to know the toughest arena that you played in, and did the fans ever get in your head?
Man, toughest arena to play in was Utah. You didn't want to be there.
Really?
Yeah, man. Utah was, man, it was horrible going there, man.
Wow.
Man, Utah, it was different, man. Still is different. And I used to talk about it all the time. My brother ended up getting drafted there.
He sure did.
Yeah.
He was on that squad.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I would
not expect you to say Utah.
Man, I think I won one game in Utah.
Oh, wow. The Mormons going ham.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we come back, man. We're going to jump into some of the NBA because we want to get Willie's take. I'm about to say Shannon. You threw Shannon on that. Willie's take on these series, man. So stay with us. It's the Crush.
My savings are gone.
Okay, where were they last?
Here, right before I spent them on that vacation to Aruba.
Weird. Not weird. Not saving now means no money later. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Uncle Dan? Mom? Dad? If you store your guns properly, so not just anyone can get to them.
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside. Safer when walking home.
Safer when my friends come over. As your neighbor, I'll feel safer.
As a school teacher, I'll feel safer.
We'll all feel safer.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Remember, always lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Rep the city. Gotta rep the city.
Sensation Station Network.
Yes, that's awesome.
Too much sauce.
And we're going to that NBA, man, with our man, Willie Anderson, man. Who else? Make sure it's perfect talking to the NBA right now.
Hey, man, again, the guy who made me change my LeBron take, so you know he's special. I was going hard on LeBron.
Yeah, man.
So Willie came here and chastised me.
You heard about the thing going on with Isaiah Thomas and his sister, but talk about him in a big man's game, what he's able to do, man. I'm just amazed. Even with what he went through, he put up 33 against that game. You know, I'm just looking at this guy. He's what, 5'11", 5'10"?
Man, the guy, he's a warrior, man. He's a guy that's determined. You know, you think about his whole career, people always been telling him
too small.
Too small.
And
instead of him buying into that man got strong. He gets stronger every game.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
right.
I mean, he's one of them players that you definitely want on your team.
So, speaking of that, right now they're down to Boston right now as we talk. To Chicago. Does Chicago give them problems because of what they have on the squad with Butler, Wade, Rondo?
I don't want to play them. I mean, those guys, man, them guys are champions. Man. I mean,
right.
I don't think I still think Cleveland didn't want that one spot.
I think they did.
You know, Cleveland knew that was going to be a tough series. That probably would have took a lot out of them.
Yeah.
And see, everybody, this is why I always tag Willie in any debate I have. Because, like I say, you know, you might not want to listen to me. Listen to what he just said, man. Because yesterday I said Rondo and Wade's championship pedigree, like, it's just certain things they can go tell those guys about the war. Because the NBA has always been about the wars. And it took, like, you say, Detroit had to learn how to beat Boston.
Right.
Chicago had to learn how to beat Detroit. It's just always been that way in the NBA.
And just looking at this series, man, because Butler's a beast.
Yeah.
And you got Wade talking to him, hey, man, you can do this.
Yeah.
You that dog. And Rondo seemed like he want to play now.
But Rondo want to beat Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He extra motivated this series.
Yeah.
He extra motivated this series.
Y'all look at this how you know I look at the playoff. I put the rosters out there and I look and see who's gonna win the matchups. And you look at Chicago and Boston matchups, you got to give Chicago the edge. You know, Rondo and Isaiah. You know, you're gonna get at the Boston.
Yeah.
But with Wade and Butler, come on.
On Avery Brand over there.
I mean, that's the point. Those are where the points are coming from.
Right.
So, you know, I give Chicago the edge. I don't know if Chicago going to be able to win
the series.
But it's going to be a tough one.
Funny question, Willie. Real quick, Mace. When did you know, hey, man, I ain't dunking on food like I used to? Like, Wade tried to dunk, then he got stuck. When did you really say?
Man, you know that after 10 years. Yeah, man. And after a while, you stop dunking.
Or laying up.
Finger roll.
Hard layup. Man.
Hard layup.
Man, hard ones.
Willie, talk about how tough it is. I just don't think people understand to have to play that same team night after night in a playoff series. Because it's not like the regular season where you just, okay, all right, we just move on to the next night. No, you got to see them for the whole series.
Man, this is the thing about 7-game series. They know the play you're going to run, and they go stand in the spot where you got to go to. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's not about, at that point, man, becomes about man on man, who wanted the most, who's gonna attack their opponent the most. That's why it comes down to that player we talking about. The Hawks need that go getter.
Do you like, because when you played it was 5 games in the first round? Do you like the 7 games in the first round?
Nah, it's too much wear and tear on those guys.
Right.
You know, I mean, 2 more games added to it. We don't need it.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the league. More money, more TV money. But, you got to start looking at these guys' bodies.
Now, do you think the NBA season is too long?
I mean, they help now by putting a little more space in between the games.
Okay.
The little, 2 days off here and there, that helps.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the 82 games is right.
Okay.
I don't want to sound like, because, I like LeBron too, but to see what he's doing 6-7 years straight to the final, that's a lot of tear on your body.
It's a lot of games he playing.
That's a lot of games to be. That's why he say 31. You're like, nah, boy, you about 34.
Actually, he's 40. He's 40.
Because, that's a lot of games to be playing.
Right. And I actually see him slowing down now. He's not moving like that crisp pace like he used to. You can see him taking plays off.
And it's so funny you say that, because I can remember vividly when I was like, ooh, AI done lost a step.
Yeah.
And it hurt my heart.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there like, he gonna, because in your body, like, he gonna always be cat quick.
Yeah.
And I can remember, I was like, oh no, the old AI would have blew by him.
Yeah.
He dribbling too much.
Because no matter what people say about Jordan, what helped him out was those year and a half off.
Yeah,
because he would have probably kept going and doing it too, and they'd have kept banging him because the East was.
But
East was strong back then.
He's probably the one guy people like when a couple years when they dissect his game, they gonna understand. Mike didn't put that wear and tear on his body. He became a post player at the end.
Right. He changed his game.
Jump shooter.
Yeah.
Mike got the ball. He didn't do all that, all that work Kobe did to get a shot. Mike got you at 15 feet. jab, shot, fake,
fade away.
fade away. You know, he
down the
knew how
court.
to conserve his body.
Yeah. That is very interesting.
Do you think guys will ever understand, like, at a certain point, I have to become a smarter player?
I don't think guys gonna. The great ones would do it.
Yeah.
You know, the average player, guys that are trying to become great, think they have to do those fantastic things to, you know, get on Sports Center.
Yeah.
You know, to get that moment. You don't need that. All you got to do is be consistent out on that court.
Hold on, real quick, Glaze. Thoughts on teams resting superstar players?
I have no problem with it. You want them in a game that don't mean nothing, or you want them when the playoffs start.
And we'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
This is University of Georgia linebacker Demetrius Douglas. You're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! It's now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
If you're looking for that ratchet, you're in the wrong place. It's the nation's urban internet station, Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we back, man. You just can't get this nowhere else, man. Just can't get this nowhere else, man. Oh, man.
Classic.
Yeah, that's funny, man. We got another question from off the Facebook Live.
Go ahead, man.
Your alma mater, UGA.
Oh, good question.
Do you like your coach, and what do you think UGA needs to do to improve the recruiting?
Man, that's the big question, man. We got to hit this city, man. You got to get Atlanta hard.
Oh.
You got to get Atlanta hard, man. If you look at every SEC team in the conference, man, they got somebody from Georgia that's balling.
Yeah.
You know, we got to go out of state.
You know, like me and Mace always, we were talking about, Georgia had 3 McDonald All-Americans.
Yeah.
And none of them going to Georgia.
Right.
One of them going to Alabama. That's what's crazy.
It's crazy, man. You got to sell your soul. Like I told Coach Fox, man, you got to get down there, man, and sell your soul. You know, show your face to these kids, you know.
Right.
You got to be in the gym, no matter what side of town, what the gym look like. Get in there and let them know, you know, Georgia basketball wants you.
Because I'm like, it's no reason for guys not to go to Athens.
Man, up the road.
Up the road.
Up the road.
Like your mama can come see all your games.
Beautiful place too, man.
Yeah, you turn the city, you turn the state upside down.
Yeah.
But overall, what Fox is doing, what you think about it with the talent, what he does?
You know, with the talent he has, you know, he's doing a pretty good job. But, you know, a good job don't get it. You know, we got to win, man. We lose too many players. Kid coming out now, Wendell, where's he going?
Duke.
I mean, come on. We got to get those players, man.
That's true.
You got to get them.
I always say you gotta put a fence around the border first. You got to get those kids, and that would definitely generate the fan base. It's going the interest to have like Colin Sexton would have been sexy.
Yeah.
To have him over there in Athens for a season, because I guess that's all he gonna play.
He ain't playing one and done.
Yeah, one and done.
I mean, all of them are. Wendell, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's done. Has Anderson committed yet?
Who?
The kid from the Jonesboro?
Oh, Walker, MJ Walker.
MJ Walker.
Not yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Not yet. They say leaning toward Tech. That's what they say.
That'd be interesting. Pastner doing a pretty good job up there.
But Pastner be in the gyms.
Yeah, he do.
Like he was at that Willie tournament every night.
Every night.
He was there every night.
He live in the gym.
Yeah.
All over.
And that's how you had to do, man. That's how you had to do.
But he understand that part of the game, though.
But look who was his teacher, though. All right, he was up there at Memphis, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's part of that Derrick Rose class coming in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a class.
Yeah.
Did you see the one that not done? The Coach Calipari, 30 for 30?
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I have no problem with Coach Cal, man. Hey, he's telling the truth. I'll take him taking a chance on those guys, man, is great. You know, they was going to go somewhere else and do it. Why not with him?
It gave me a whole new respect for Coach Cal. Because, like you just say, he would tell, I mean, I forgot how much of a dog DeJuan Wagner was.
Right.
Forgot. And that's what kind of sparked my mind. And I was sitting there like, if he gets he's clearly going to get that same injury as a sophomore at Memphis.
Yeah.
He got in the NBA.
Right.
He got he got his money.
Got his money.
If he's still at Memphis, man, ain't no telling what happens.
Right.
Seeing the tournament, we saw two veteran teams, North Carolina and Gonzaga. Does the one and done hurt the college game, or is college more about the coaches and the teams? Your thoughts on that?
Man, college is more the personality of their coaches. The coaches are pretty much the face of the franchises, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, when Duke go play, you know, they're going to highlight Coach K.
Right.
Carolina, Roy Williams, you know, Kansas. You know, all the names are bigger than the players.
Right.
In college, you know. I think this year college, the NCAA tournament, man, was probably by far the best I've seen.
Yeah.
You take that group of 4 teams in that Final Four, man. If y'all look at the defense those teams played, man, it was unbelievable.
Especially South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina, unbelievable. And you look at their talent level compared to the other teams.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It wasn't like that, you know, the other team. But they had the dog in them, like, we going to stop you. And they just played hard.
Which brings me this question, Willie. Would you rather get you a group of kids who probably going to, you know, freshmen, sophomore, who going to probably stay together 3 to 4 years versus get me 4 or 5 one and dones?
Oh, can't say. I want some of them great players too. Hey, I want some of them too now.
Some of them 5-stars.
Yeah, I gotta get me some 5-stars and blend them in there, man. It's tough to win without them.
Very
it's
true.
Tough.
Very
it's
true.
Tough.
Got to sprinkle them in there somewhere.
Got to. You take Carolina. For some reason, the kids don't leave that program like the kids from the other programs.
Right.
So, you know, whatever Roy is telling them or selling them, it's working, you know. Yeah. A lot of other coaches need to go ask Roy what he's doing down there to keep him.
He definitely has a different approach from Calipari.
Right.
Definitely.
Almost back-to-back if he went for that one shot.
Right, right.
I mean, and again, they made a big shot that could have won it.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris Jenkins just made a bigger shot.
Yeah.
Chris just came down.
And that's the guy you talking about that stayed in college and improved. You know, was he a senior this year? Yeah, he's a senior, and look what the reward he got out of that. We got him a national championship.
Yeah.
Got a lot of exposure. Going to get a good chance.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if he's going to get drafted or not because of his size, but he's going to get an opportunity to play.
Talk about NBA, because one of the guys that we've had on, we're so proud of, is Marcus George Hunt.
Right.
He came in as a free agent, went through the NBDL, showed out down there, and just grinded to where he got a contract with Orlando. The league seems to, you have to put in something to keep going, because he like one of them guys that be a 10-year vet, just be around and be coming off the bench. Talk about when kids come to the league, and like I say, out of the 9, probably 4 stay.
Right.
talk about the league, man, and you have to give it something before it'll work out for you. You just put that time and effort in there.
I think it helped Marcus more, though, that he realized that, hey, I got to keep grinding. I got to keep doing this to get where I want to go. And if it was the other way, he probably wouldn't appreciate it. His road is a story. He can always reflect back and look what he went through to get there, and be proud of himself.
Yeah. Hey, man, we're about to take us a quick break, man. When we come back, we're gonna finish up, Willie. Get us, it's just a great show. We just talking right now, man. Y'all learning things behind the scenes, so stay with us.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Major key alert. Life is like school. You will be tested, so pass it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Uncle Dan? Mom? Dad? If you store your guns properly, so not just anyone can get to them.
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside. Safer when walking home.
Safer when my friends come over. As your neighbor, I'll feel safer.
As a school teacher, I'll feel safer.
We'll all feel safer.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Hey, man. Still here with our man Willie talking about this NBA. Just talking about NBA life. Hey, real quick, Toronto did beat Milwaukee. So the series tied 1-1.
Oh,
so they did beat them 106-100.
Kyle Lowry must have showed up tonight.
Oh yeah, they probably. I'll look at the stats in a minute.
Kyle Lowry must have showed up tonight because DeMar DeRozan gonna get his.
Oh yeah, DeMar gonna do what
Kyle Lowry had to show up tonight.
DeMar DeRozan, and Greek Freak had 24. DeRozan had 23. Greek, he led in every three categories. He had 15 boards and 7 assists.
When you see a guy like the Greek Freak. It seems like he's still growing.
Man, you got to look at it the way he plays. Man, he plays with passion, plays hard, don't complain. He's just having fun.
Yeah.
He long too. He dunked one time. I was like, he ain't even like he got off the floor, just stressed up.
Every angle too.
Rose had 23 tonight, and Lowry had 22.
I told you.
Yeah, they both had it.
Told you. That's the only way Toronto gonna win.
Both.
He has to do his part.
And you see, this time they shut down Brogdon a little bit. He only had 7 today, so
yeah. Well, he's a young guy.
Yeah, he's a young guy, and that's a good thing. Looking at you being a father now, kids in college playing, how do you look at the game from that perspective now?
Man, it's different. You're more nervous, my son is playing now, and he's going through changes, and I'm trying to help him get through it. He's more talented than the guys that he's playing with, but the guys know more than him. And I'm trying to get him to understand, hey, you may be more talented than this guy, but he know more than you, so he's going to have that edge. Mm-hmm. And the thing come out is, I want to transfer all that. I say, you're going to be in the same situation. go anywhere else.
You got to learn the system.
Yeah, that's the same way with, that's why we talking about playoff basketball in a 7-game series. you may get 22 on me that first night. Don't think you're going to get 22 on me the next night, because I've learned everything you do. You got to give me something different.
Show me something different.
Yeah, and you know, that's the same thing what you talking about Kyle Lowry. He probably went back and did his homework.
Did his homework,
found out, looked at the tape and said, hey, this is where I got to get my points from. This is what I got to do.
Another question we got for you, Kyrie Irving. What you think about Kyrie Irving being unguardable?
I mean, he's tough. I mean, he's that complimentary player to LeBron James. Well, LeBron can take plays off. But his jump shot, the range in his jump shot has made him more deadly.
Yeah.
You know, he's stretching out to the three-point line.
I mean,
now.
he's stretching way back there, too.
So,
because it's hard. I mean, what do you do? Do you lay off him? Do you come up on him? He going to hurt you either way.
If you come on up, but
man.
Jets.
And his ball handling skills.
Oh.
Y'all look at his ball handling as like he's playing with it. Man, his ball handling skills so good he can get anywhere on that court, in between anybody.
Like he's driving a car, man.
That's what he's doing. He's not just playing with it.
Yeah.
He's moving and getting you off balance with it. He's special with that ball.
Jesus, man, just looking at that. Looking at a team like, when you look at players like, when you used to play against Jordan, you talking about you got 22 on me this week, you ain't going to get it on me. How hard was it to guard him? I wonder how it was guard him in 7-game series, because you knew he was going to get about 25, 30 every game.
Right.
What would you try to stop if you had to guard him in 7 games? I mean, you got to do something. I mean, he going to hit his points.
But, you know, I think, you know, you really got to study, you know, each game in the playoff series. You got to watch that tape and see what your opponent's trying to do to you. You know, a lot of guys like to catch a ball in a certain spot. And if you don't let them catch it in that spot, you know, that throws them off just a little bit. You know, and I just think studying in the playoff is the key.
And the young guy, and I think that's what kind of, I don't think the young guys understand when they get there that, like, you don't have to go to class. This your job now.
Yeah.
Like, and the great ones are the ones who really take the time to, like, okay, if I'm going to be here, I might as well put the proper work in.
Right.
'Cause I always think about this story. Kobe missed those 2 shots in the playoffs that year, and they say he locked himself in the gym the whole offseason. And he was just taking shots at a crazy pace, and he was just like, you know, I did it because in that situation, whenever I'm in that situation again, from anywhere on the floor, I can make a shot.
Right.
Real quick, your thoughts on a DeMarcus Cousins?
Man,
just like it's great talent, but is he wasting? What is it?
I mean, I keep telling him, every time I come in here, I tell y'all this is who you surround yourself with. I mean, a guy with that much talent, man, you got to have somebody around, man. Hey, man, make the sacrifice, man. Go out there and play at your fullest, man. And there's too many people around him that's not advising him the right way. The guy is probably the best center in the league.
Right.
The best. But you got to put those people around him, man, that's going to get into play. Why he can't go get a team like a LeBron James or Dwayne Wade,
and carry
you know, a Curry, them have you a positive team around you that's going to help you get to that next level.
We'll be right back.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm more resourceful than I thought.
My suit can still make an impression.
My video games are still game changers.
And my lamp can bring others a bright future.
Because when I donate my stuff to Goodwill,
it helps fund job placement and training for people right in my community.
Now my stuff gets a second chance.
And will give someone in my community
a second chance too.
Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. That's goodwill.org. This message brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
And so a new American industry has
has been born.
Sensation Station Network.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Conversations, man, about Entourage. It's just, that was funny. We're still here, man. We're having a great conversation with our man, Will Anderson, man. It's just learning about, looking at a team like Utah. This is the one thing that we kind of get upset about. We don't get to see certain teams a lot. Like, we didn't see a lot of Milwaukee this year.
We only get to see the same 6 teams all year.
We saw a bunch of New York, but we ain't see Utah. Now we're getting a chance to see Utah. We're like, oh, man, this is a
tough, man.
Good team out there. Tough. With Gordon, you got your boy Favors doing what he's doing from Atlanta. Right. Just to see that, do you think the league focuses on, would it be better to have games where we can see everybody, see these teams and make superstars everywhere? Because I ain't gonna lie, back in the 80s and 90s, we grew up, we only saw a few teams too. Right. We only saw the Lakers.
But it wasn't no cable.
Yeah. That's true. So when you got your 1 or 2 games,
so you're gonna get the national game.
Right.
But now you got TNT, you got ESPN, you got NBA Network, but they still show Cleveland, Golden State.
Right.
You know, hey, come on now. How many times? Like I say, you don't even need season tickets for Golden State because they show them every night.
Right. Exactly.
They keep showing the Clippers. Like, why do I want to see the Clippers?
Like, I'm looking at you. Go ahead, man.
No, but I mean, y'all are right about that, man. I think I get more joy out of watching the Bucks or the Jazz. I like to see those teams with that young talent that play hard. I don't want to see no New York anymore.
Like, why is New York on TV every Sunday? They're not even in the playoffs.
They're on TV so you can see the sideline.
You see Spike.
Yeah.
Spike got on the same jersey every week.
The Spike Lee show. We ain't watching basketball no more.
You know, Jigga don't go to the games no more. He over in Brooklyn.
Right.
True.
And they definitely ain't showing Brooklyn on TV.
Nah, they ain't showing Brooklyn.
Jeez.
Showing Brooklyn. Talk about that Utah LA Clippers, man. If you're looking at the Clippers now, or if they lose this series, do they blow this squad up?
Man, that squad blown to pieces. I mean, you look at that lineup, man. They're missing a 2-guard. They're missing somebody there that can make plays. You know, Chris Paul handling the ball and he's handling the ball too much. Teams lock in, they figured out what they're trying to do. Then nobody else who else can make plays on the team?
Because Jamal Crawford sometime.
You ain't checking Redding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Keep shooting Redding.
Just go ahead.
Right.
Blake Griffin hadn't improved his game.
Not at all.
Since he been in the league, it's unbelievable.
The combination is bad.
Yeah.
You know, you got a point guard that's dominant with the ball. You got a power forward that needs the ball. Then you got a center that can't hit free throws, but he handles the ball. I mean, just a bad combination, you know.
Your thoughts on Nowitzki, man? He said he's gonna play his 20. Just one of those guys that was just great for a while, man.
Dirk, man, I give him his props, man, because he did it, and he did it without, chip on his shoulder or disrespecting any people, man. He played the game hard. He didn't play D well. His offense was his D.
He wasn't checking tempo.
But that 1 foot fall away.
Hey man, he changed the game with the way he shot the ball. You know, you look at the moves that he did, the 1 leg fall back, a quick turnarounds, man. KD had put it in his game. Bron put it in his game. He changed the game.
Because he was so tall. It was hard to block that
couldn't
fall
get
away.
it. He get to the free throw line, it was deadly.
How you block a fall away with that? 6'11".
Yes.
But how important will it? I don't think guys understand too how you have to work on your game every year. You got to put a little something extra in your game every year.
But see, that's why we need to do this. We need to get some young kids and take them and watch, pro athletes in every sport work out.
Mm-hmm.
They see the finished product, ESPN, all
right,
all the games, but they don't see how that player get up at 6 in the morning, work out, come back around 1, work out, come back around 7, work out. You have to do that because every day somebody's trying to take your job.
That's that mentality.
Yeah.
Somebody want my job.
And they're going to love your job.
That's why they draft every year, baby. That's why they recruit every year.
Every year.
That's why when you see a guy making 10-some years, you like, man, you grinding. You really had to put some work in, man. Because like you say, every year there's some young cats still wanting that job, man. Hey, man, when we come back, we're going to recap this puppy, man. So stay with us, Sister Crush.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face. And posting on their feed, they're
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Uncle Dan?
Mom? Dad?
If you store your guns properly, so not just anyone can get to them.
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside. Safer when walking home.
Safer when my friends come over. As your neighbor, I'll feel safer.
As a school teacher, I'll feel safer.
We'll all feel safer.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Hey man, we're going to that Crush Recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
Blunt Power 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power
at their website, bluntpower.com, or go to their Facebook or Twitter page at Blunt Power. Right now, looks like Chicago got a 12-point lead on Boston. We're going to see if they do in that fourth quarter. See if they can come back and do some things.
Wow.
Willie, man, first of all, man, thank you so much, man, for coming in, man.
Man, always a blast with y'all, man.
And first of all, thank you for being my big brother and helping me fight these NBA battles.
Willie come in and throw a comment real quick. I'll be like, y'all, will you shut the comments down right now?
I appreciate that. So, I mean, like I say, I learned my lesson last year, so I ain't had you in too many arguments this year, sir. But I appreciate that.
If you look at right now, Willie, if you had the chance, what would you rank Kawhi Leonard as far as in the NBA?
Oh, man.
He's easily a top 5 right now.
Man. Only person that right now I put above him, man, is Westbrook. You know, I mean, a two-way player is special to me. The guy that do it on both ends and wants to do it. I mean, he plays both ends of the court, man, equally well, man. And Westbrook doing the same thing.
And what I like about Kawhi too, no big flashy college. You know what I'm saying? Right. He just one of them hard hat guys.
Yeah, he look
like he's earned everything. He's earned it.
Right.
But he was San Diego State 4 years.
Right. Quiet guy too.
Quiet, yeah.
Picked in what, the 16th pick, 17th pick.
He was late.
He was late pick.
Got traded for Joe. He got traded for George Hill.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Good. That Popovich eye.
Yeah, that's a steal,
Speaking of Joes, Joe Johnson.
Joe still doing it, man. Joe like, Joe, man, you still got it.
Joe said, I got
Joe. I mean, Joe, he's turning on, man. I mean, Joe one of those guys I just wish would have played with a little bit more emotion, man.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because Joe had it. He got that.
He got
man.
everything.
He had it.
Size, can shoot, can handle the rock or go by you. Play pretty good defense.
Yeah, it was solid. You know, Joe just that spirit inside him, playing with that emotion, man, to get fired up.
Definitely not a fiery guy.
Nah, not at all.
What is it about Atlanta? We get all that. Millsap ain't like that either. Millsap. He talking about they beating him up. Come on, Millsap.
Well, we had Isaiah Ryder. He was a different kind of crazy.
This cat here hit me about a month ago. Found a video where he shook me and I fell. He gonna send it to me. I was like, come on, man. You showing me a highlight where you shook me and I fell. I was like, cool.
He still saying,
that's what you living on.
Wow. Come on, Isaiah.
You gotta be better than that.
Be better than that, Isaiah.
I told him, I said, look at the box score. Look how many points you had. Look how many I had. Yeah, man.
Biggest trash talker you played against?
Man. Probably Tim Hardaway, Larry Bird, Magic. You know, all the great ones, they talk. But Tim Hardaway with that guy, you know, you want to put some hands on him.
Oh, he was like that?
No, he was like that, man.
He talk like
that? Yeah, he talk all the time.
Tim.
Now, I think it was like a month ago, you got honored Just is your high school the Hall of Fame?
High school, yeah.
High school Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we doing that, man, because East Atlanta had closed down. Right when I graduated.
Right.
So what they did, was just reopen the high school area over there, and just
Okay.
a lot of people got recognized.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Cause like I say, man, boy, like in that high school, boy, during that time. But you had to go see Willie Landers play. That little gym, they used to fill that thing up fast. That thing would fill up fast. Like, why don't they move these games somewhere else?
Playing that little gym.
My God.
Little gym, too.
Like, this the best player in the state. Why we got to go over this little bit of gym to see him play?
How hot was the Boston Garden?
Man, that old Boston Garden was terrible, man. I mean, on TV, it looked like it was a great place, man. That place was crazy. It smelled a lot, too. Yeah.
We talking to
She from Boston.
She said it smelled.
Yeah, it smelled too. And every corner you turned was a different smell. I mean, it was different. But, you felt that magic in there when you looked up.
Saw them banners.
And like, okay, Russell played in here. Cousy played.
Yeah.
It was different,
The
man.
parquet floors, baby. Wow. It always looked good on TV. Them parquet floors look so good on
all
TV.
The players like, man, that thing was horrible.
Yeah, my dad lived in Boston for a while. He'd be like, man, listen, terrible place to watch basketball. Yeah. Terrible.
Was it just? Did they have air conditioning there? Was it just?
Oh no, whatever the temperature was, that was it in there.
Summertime. Oh,
man. But I got a question for both of you. I was in a big debate the other day about the best sports town around. And I had to give it to Boston, man.
Probably.
I had to.
Probably for the three major sports, and it's at four because the hockey team pretty good too.
Man,
they expect them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've had a nice little run.
Yeah, it just that city dies by their pro team. I mean, college-wise they don't give a dang, but pro-wise, I get.
They believe in it, man. I mean, you Boston. You
right
here in Atlanta.
Boston strong. They live with that.
Here in Atlanta, where we from? I mean, I'm from here. Where you from?
From here.
Where you from?
I'm from Georgia, a little small town.
See, we from here. Yeah. And we bleed our sports team, but all these other imports coming in, they bringing their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
When we talk about you brought up Paul Pierce, like it broke my heart. It's like certain guys just should always wear one uniform. And that just, I was like.
And see, what makes it worse about Paul is you hear somebody like Draymond say, they ain't going to honor you like Kobe. That's wrong, man. Draymond, they talking about it.
Yeah.
You ain't getting that Kobe love, bro.
But if he was in Boston,
he'd have got it.
He would have got it.
Right.
Like, this dude went to Brooklyn, and now he in L.A.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, guys, certain guys don't you always, he's a Celtic for life.
Right.
He's a Celtic.
It's funny you talk about that. I'm looking at KD, what he did when he went. Kevin Garnett, when he went back to Minnesota to help Carl Town, and just that veteran leadership around him. The kid gonna be a good kid, because he can play. But just to have a guy like that,
that's help, man.
But then you look at. I mean, when Kobe left, Kobe like, you gotta come get this help. I ain't gonna give it to you. Kobe's like, I'm gonna give you this help.
We got another question for you, Willie. Top basketball player to come out of Georgia that you seen?
Man. I think Jermaine Jones had a world of talent coming out of there.
Remember Jermaine?
Jermaine, he could play, he could handle, could shoot, tough, great sides. Went to Philly and played and got kind of caught in between other players and didn't really get to showcase what he had.
Yeah, man. Well, Willie, man, we appreciate it, brother. Man.
Right
man, I'm telling y'all, man. Do you do only Facebook? You don't do Twitter, none of that other stuff?
Nah, man, I'm old, man. Y'all the new guys, technology. Yeah.
Well, he don't have a flip phone, so he has, you know what I'm saying? He's progressing.
He's progressing now. Hey, but thank you, Prime. Thank you, Willie, man. It was an honor as always.
Always. Keep fighting my arguments for me, man. Keep fighting my arguments for me.
So y'all know when me and Mike get in y'all argument, hey, Willie.
So when I sound smart, best believe I done already talked to Willie, y'all. So
we'll finish the argument with him.
Right.
Hey, man, tomorrow, man, scheduled to appear, our man Michael Cooper.
I'm gonna wear my socks all the way pulled up tomorrow.
Find some long socks. Hey, man, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.